He used to have about 5 words that he would say when he was 18 months old. And sometime between the age of 18 months and 2 years old, those 5 words disappeared and he wouldn't say those anymore. He would no longer make eye contact with us, and it was really difficult to engage him. And that's when we decided, when we put all the signs together, we decided it was time to figure out what was going on. Something wasn't quite right.
Autism is defined by 3 deficit areas. One is language, one is social, and one is behavioral deficits or excesses. And of that, the social deficit tends to be the most devastating. For the language deficit, those individuals that do have a lack of language, and some are nonverbal, that's obviously very, very serious, but it doesn't affect all individuals with autism. And the social deficit does. So from the most severe to the very most advanced person on the spectrum, we still see this social difficulty. So relating to other people and being a meaningful part of a relationship ends up really being the most devastating part of the diagnosis.
The biggest difference in my son's life has been the therapy he's received here. The biggest difference for me was when we stumbled across sign language and we found out that he could communicate using sign language. Because up until that point, there was almost no communication from him. All we would get were points and grunts, occasionally using a system called PECS, which is Picture Exchange Communication System. He would use those to kind of tell us what he wanted. Then we found out he liked sign language and he could learn signs, and now he has over 400 signs that he uses, and he has some functional communication. He can tell us what he wants, and he's learning to tell us how he feels, and it's definitely changed my life.
The most important thing to know when you're learning about autism is that early intervention can make enormous changes. So the diagnosis is not necessarily forever. We have 40% of children that are shown to outgrow the diagnosis. Many agencies feel comfortable using the word recover. So it is a diagnosis that can go away with the proper support and intervention, but it requires early diagnosis and early intensive intervention. And important in that also is that in case you're a parent or know an older child with autism, it doesn't mean that learning is not possible there. We're always capable of learning. The brain always is capable of change. And so older children can make significant improvements as well. But the early diagnosis and early intervention are the most crucial pieces to a long-term outcome.
One way that I raise awareness about autism is really talking to my family about it, my friends about it. They see how involved I am with my work. They see how much I love my job, and they're always asking me questions. I believe in research, and I really want people to know what it is. This is what it is. This is what we do. Here's what you can do to help. So just really kind of talking to people and getting it out there.
Steve Pinker once said, "You'll never have a perfect world, but it's not naive to work toward a better one."
So come join us for our 5th annual Walk for Autism Fresno at Woodward Park this April 25th. Register at the link below, and let's raise awareness together.